When I'm not playing Forza, I'm often playing my Nintendo Switch or my GameCube. Those of you that know me outside of the Forza scene might know that I'm a huge Smash Brothers fan, and it's basically the only game I play besides Forza fairly regularly. And I recently picked up a GameCube controller adapter for my PC, and I realized it has a PC toggle switch. See that? See that? There's a switch right here, and it says PC, and that means I can play video games on my PC with a GameCube controller. That leads into today's episode of F1. That's right, we're playing F1 with a GameCube controller, everybody. So sit back, relax, and let's jump in to F1 with a GameCube controller. So here we are. We're back in F1. We are at Interlagos doing a short qualifying, jumping into a 25% long race. Here in the Mercedes, I picked the Mercedes because one, I've never driven it before in this game, and two, because it gives me the best chances of doing well with this controller setup. So, without further ado, let's jump out on track and talk about my strategy with this controller. Now, right away, I can tell the steering is very, very twitchy. Oh, it's good when you're at full lock, but if you're like trying to be really careful and make slight adjustments, it gets really sketchy. Now, you might be asking, why are you only doing a 25% race length race when you did 50% during your career mode? And that's because this controller is somewhat unbearable to play with. Like, it is very, very challenging, and I don't want to get stuck in a 50% long race just not wanting to drive. So I said, you know what? If you guys want it, if you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and comment enough, I'll come back, do a part 2 with a longer race. Now, I will admit, so far it's not going terribly, but I'm being fairly conservative with my braking and everything, so I'm not going crazy fast around here. My Y button is my upshift, my B button is my downshift, my A button is DRS, and then I believe my X button is possibly opening my MFD menu. Oh, that was wide. But I will say that so far, it's not going terribly, but there is a lot of room for change. This is a super twitchy setup, and I did have to make some adjustments before I even started recording because I actually had to test this thing out just to make sure that it was actually functional. And it was, it works, but I made some changes to some dead zone and other things just to make sure that I had the proper setup. That was a terrible turn.
You're now in P7.
That was a terrible, dude, that was so bad. It was such a bad turn 1. I don't know why they think I can take that flat. I very clearly can. Try to get on throttle as early as possible. God, this is just killing my fingers. If you don't know, GameCube controllers have digital triggers. I believe they have analog triggers, which are the same triggers that Xbox controllers use because it allows the pedal to have a certain amount of travel and allows you to have specific throttle inputs versus it just being on or off like a switch. But that means that at the very bottom, there's a little click that happens when you get 100% compression of the trigger, which does not bode well for me being able to get smooth throttle inputs exiting corners. It makes it kind of hard for me to get on throttle early. So far, we're making up some time on our previous lap. I feel like I don't have as much steering angle as I'm supposed to. Oh, we're going wide. Trying, guys, I'm sorry. Oh no, this is not good. I'm in P17. What's my MFD at? See, look at my steering. The steering is so bad. Come on, to the line. All right, let's try and make this lap better. I'm almost tempted to take out a little bit of traction control and maybe make it so it'll slide a little bit more so I can get rowdier exits and points. Oh, that's going to be track limits for sure. Still a smidge wide through there, but we'll be all right. Now trying to speed it to the line. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
You've moved up to P16.
Really? Oh, and then I mess up turn 1. This is a salvageable lap. We can save it. I promise. Come on. Yes. Give me just slightly green. Just a slightly green lap, please. Taking as short of a line as I can. Oh, but it's not enough. How much fuel do I have? I don't have enough time. Oh, I might. Oh, I might. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make it. Oh, I'm not going to make it. No.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Leclerc, Verstappen, and Alexander Albon. With qualifying wraps up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
1:12 was the best time. 1:12.5. And I did a 1:14.9. We have a lot of work to do for this, but I think we might be able to get... I want to score in the points. That's the goal. Score in the points. Let's do this. This race. Race is absolute chaos. Up next to Gio here. Trying to make the pass with Perez. We bump. Very strong start, however, I have to say, this controller is not good at all.
Nice start.
I'm having a seriously tough time. Big lunge up the inside of the Force India. Somehow it's a legal pass. We're already in P10. Don't know how that was considered a legal pass, but we take those. Playing with a GameCube controller, not a fully custom sim rig here. Even though if I was racing on a sim rig, I would not accept that as an overtake. I'd be pissed if someone did that to me, but because I'm on a GameCube controller and because I'm against computers, it really ain't so bad. And I would never take this online. This would just frustrate everybody around me that I'm playing with, which I could not stand to live with. Big pass up the inside. We bump the Haas. This Mercedes is just so much faster than these backfield cars that it's impossible to judge where they're going because this thing is so fast by comparison. Again, keeping the car in rich as much as possible here. End my suffering, please. This is just awful. Oh, and Raikkonen's coming back for the pass.
Okay, let's try and take those places back.
I got it. It's handled. I don't know how people can play games like this with controllers. Granted, I'm not playing it with controllers meant to be played with, but it still begs the question. I really want to catch up to Ricardo. I really want P8 in this race. How is he
Fuel is looking
passing
really
me?
good. You're managing it well. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
We keep the position. I literally cannot look at the change in strategy. It's physically impossible with this controller. So we're going to have to stay on this one. I'm sorry, Jeff.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.5 seconds.
1.5 seconds? It's getting wider! Oh no. This is not going. Come on, man. I just wanted this to go better than it is right now. Car behind me is so close. Oh, I run wide. He's gonna try and squeeze. No, he doesn't. Trying to get on the throttle as quickly as possible here. This is not working out.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Big lunge just to cover off the inside. God, my lines are atrocious. If this is the first video of mine that you're watching, please do not think that I actually drive like this. I'm so much better when I'm not driving using a controller from 2002 that's been around for 18 years. We cut back on Seb. He's trying to cover us off. We're going to brake later. Barely make the pass. Going to come back in, try and cover him off. Downshift to first, up to second as we head through the corner. Braking mid-corner. There's not much I can do. This is such a tight course in these little areas here with this controller. Gosh. It doesn't help that I have no experience on this track in this game at all. Like, I've driven this track in 2017. I driven this track on Gran Turismo Sport, but not here on 2019. So this is new to me. Yeah, those guys are long gone. Nobody's pitted yet. It's not early enough to pit.
Gap to car in front is 4.7 seconds.
Trying to give him space, but also trying to be affirmative about my position. If this is the position we stay in for the race, so be it. But I really, really don't want to crash. Leaving room for Seb here. He squeezes me out all that understeer that I have. We're going to try and come back at him into the fast corners. I hit a little bit of grass, too much of the rumble strip. It causes me to slide a little bit. Real late break, and we catch Seb up. I don't know when I'm supposed to pit. I think Jeff's going to tell me, though. God, I had some serious understeer issues through there. My tires are definitely on their last legs. And that's not the Lewis Hamilton lie that my tires are dying. That's like me actually thinking that my tires are dead.
Valtteri is in the pits.
Unfortunately. Oh, big track limits there.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Now, I'm pretty sure I have automated pit stops going on here, so I don't think I have to worry about that. Let's chuck the car into lean to try and regain some fuel heading back into the pits. Real fast hit there. Could have been a little bit better, but that's all right. We are going to be racing 7 to pits here, however. He's pretty much in already. Come on, Merc, let's go.
Complete.
2.7, that is horrendously slow. Oh, we could be so much faster than that. We probably could have been 1.9 or something. That could have got me to catch up to 7 really
Okay,
closely.
stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Trying to turn it back up to Rich early so we can get as fast of an exit out of here as possible. Trying to rejoin the track as little chaos as possible here. Get the DRS.
We advise moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
Good call, chaps. Burned off pretty much all my excess fuel by now. In P14, some drivers going for the overcut strategy in this race. Oh, a big engine braking issue there. That could have seriously damaged the engine. I never want to do this again. This was fun one time, and now I just don't want to do it at all, ever. No thanks. I'm good.
Is 3.7 seconds.
Oh my god. Whoa. That was very scary. I did not... No. That was not good. Get me out. Get me out. Now. Get me out. Get me out. I don't want to play it anymore. I don't want to touch it. I'm done. I can't. 17 laps. We got it. One more. One more nearly. Oh god, it's done 2 inputs again.
They seem to have an issue.
Does that mean we could be getting P8 right now? Or P9? Oh my god. God, I hate the D-pad. The D-pad doesn't work at all. It moves around and does an extra input that it's not supposed to. I just want to take care of these tires, man. And that is all she wrote. We're in the points. Barely. Whew.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Oh. That was terrible.
Ferrari have really pulled it out of the bag today. It's a great win. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Ferrari are at it again, an excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
Oh, that was pain. I really don't. I do not want to do that. Oh, my fingers.
Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton.
Yes!
The world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
Yes!
Well, that's an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
I barely finished in the points, yet somehow got driver of the day.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out.